Ukrainian forces advanced closer to Tyotkino village in Kursk region. In the Kursk region, Ukrainian assault units have advanced closer to the village of Tyotkino. The 225th Assault Regiment reported that its forces successfully captured a Russian company's strongpoint. The strategically significant position was well fortified with defensive structures, including bunkers, trenches, and multiple firing positions designed for a circular defense. For several days, Ukrainian artillery and FPV drones targeted the position. After that, the infantry launched an assault. The video captures the final stage of the battle. The assault troops of the 225th Regiment throw grenades, explosives, and even timed anti-tank mines at the fortifications, finishing off the remnants of the defense and taking control of the position. According to OSINT analysts from War Archive, the position is located east of the village of Tyotkino, which is situated near the Ukrainian border. Ukrainian defense forces have attempted to seize Tyotkino more than once. Last year, units of the Russian Liberation Forces, fighting alongside Ukraine, tried to dislodge Russian troops from the village. President Volodymyr Zelensky reported that the Kursk operation is preventing a significant number of Russian troops from being active on Ukrainian territory. Ukrainian motorcycle units are also being deployed for advancements in the Kursk region. Recently, the newly formed motorcycle company of the 425th Skala Assault Regiment participated in offensive actions on the Kursk sector using motorcycles. At high speed, the assault group overcame engineering obstacles in the form of dragon's teeth, crossed the border, broke through enemy positions, and captured them. The motorcycles also facilitated a rapid withdrawal from the occupied positions. Meanwhile, along the Sumy border, Ukrainian forces lured Russian units into counterattacks and then traced their movements back to hidden staging grounds across Kursk. With their positions exposed, HIMARS batteries struck hard, delivering devastating blows to troop concentrations, command posts, and infrastructure critical to Russia's planned offensive. Over 50,000 Russian troops have been deployed to the Kursk region along the northern border with Sumy, signaling clear preparations for a full-scale offensive. Ukrainian commanders in the area have confirmed the buildup, noting that these forces are being readied for large-scale operations aimed at breaching the Sumy region's defenses. The massive Russian forces concentration here underscores their conviction that they can still achieve victory through overwhelming manpower and renewed offensives. Combat footage from the area shows Ukrainian armored vehicles rotating efficiently, one withdrawing to resupply while another engages Russian positions, ensuring constant pressure on enemy lines. This tactic prevents Russian forces from massing at strong points and forces them into improvised defensive positions in open terrain. As Russian troops rushed forward to plug gaps and prevent a Ukrainian breakthrough, many were eliminated by FPV drone strikes. Even attempts to move in small groups of 2 or 3 failed to evade detection, as drones continued targeting them with precision. However, most importantly, Ukrainians traced these movements, revealing the locations of Russian troop concentrations and command posts, opening the door for devastating Ukrainian strikes. These strikes show that Ukrainians are already draining Russian reserves even before they can launch their offensive. They are disrupting Russian preparations and inflicting losses, further limiting what they can achieve. If Russians redeploy their forces further to the rear to try and stay undetected, these forces will not be able to respond quickly to sudden breakthroughs or Ukrainian assaults. This gives Russians a painstakingly tough dilemma. Either Russians will have to station their forces much further to the rear, or they must take the blows dealt to them by Ukrainian strike teams, betting on their numbers being enough to still make a breakthrough despite the heavy damage. Overall, the Ukrainians managed to lure the Russians to expose their forces in the open to discover their critical infrastructure, resulting in a series of devastating precision strikes. Intensification of Ukrainian assaults in Tyotkino insurgent will inevitably leave Russians with no other options but to deploy more forces to this area, exposing further forces concentration points to Ukrainian observation and strike teams. As Ukrainians continue to scout behind Russian lines, additional strikes seem inevitable. Furthermore, as Russians suffer logistical strains by deploying and concentrating so many troops, any movement will be nearly impossible to hide.
На дороге.
На дорозі лишення.